Welcome back to Wingot Plays Elysium Remastered with Wingot, Artenius, Lucian, Flavius and Rosita over there. We have collected a few various quests in the Fralkreath area: kill a warlord, find out the cause of the disturbances near Peak Shake Tower, kill or capture the bandit leader located at Knight Point Ridge, clear Shequin Bastion, which is the ruins just above Fralkreath, of the restless dead, and deliver a letter distant, which we don't yet know where that one's going. I've also picked up tracking a fugitive in Whiterun and tracking and killing a vampire in Fralkreath. So we will start off by grabbing this letter, see where it's going and whether it has a time frame. But it does look like we're a bit stuck here. There we go. I believe it was Valga here that's giving us the letter. I'm here for the delivery job you posted, yep. And then
any juicy gossip in town?
That needs to go. We've already got it tracked. So we've got various quests here. The kill the bandit leader at Knife Point is off here near towards Bile Gulch, which we've already done. But most of the others are heading towards Riverwood and via this Helgen bypass area. Looks like the delivery has to go all the way up here to Morthal by 31st of last seed. We've got 8 days. So I think first we'll take this path to Riverwood by taking the Helgen bypass. Although the question is, because that'll allow us to find the cause of the disturbances near Peak Shade Tower and also go kill the warlords of Embershard Mine and also pick up any sort of discoveries of locations along the way, along that road. So I think that's probably where we're going to start, and then once we get to Riverwood we'll look to probably head to Whiterun and see what we can do about finding the fugitive in the Whiterun area, and then taking the caravan to Morthal so that we can deliver that letter within the 8 days that's required.
You hear any juicy gossip?
So all that said, let's start by heading off down this way. Now, along this path there is of course the bandits that have taken control of that gate, which we will need to fight off on the eastern side of Fralkreath. But I presume that they should not be overly difficult with how we've currently got our magic set up. I do think it would be good, probably while we're at Whiterun, to grab a couple more destruction spells though, so that we have a bit of versatility, particularly against the undead or anything that we can't charm. And the loading screens are quite attractive, and props definitely to whoever put in the effort to create those. But it definitely does seem to take quite a while to load, so you get plenty of time to appreciate them. In the meantime, so we need to head off towards the east. This way. I might be... yep. I think... yes, is this the part? Yeah, cool. So if we head this way, it'll take us out and towards... Is it... Oh, that ruins there. I wonder if that's the ruins with all the undead that we have to kill. I'm just going to go see what I can do about popping up to it. Yeah, yeah, I thought I saw a path here. Let's at least just get this identified. South Shequin Bastion. Oh, actually, that is what I need to clear out. So the question is, we can conjure a familiar, and then we've got Frostbite is the only destruction spell we've got. Ah, Sunfire. Sunfire is that restoration spell that does undead damage? Here. No. Where is it? Ah, there. Ball of Sunlight that does 30 points of damage to undead. So that might be an option. So maybe we change the plan. Maybe we start by going into the Bastion here. But we should probably try to see what we can do. Oh, yes, I forgot about the Orc. About actually getting there with a path that the followers can follow me. Or not. They should just teleport to me when I go inside, I'm sure. It's further up than where I am, isn't it? So I might need to... Either we can try to shimmy our way up here. Huh. I honestly thought I was going to be able to make that jump. Ooh! Good old 4 damage. So, I suspect that the south is meant to be an exit, not an entrance, which would also tie in with the north being where the map marker is. So I think we probably just come back to that ruins later. And for now, we'll just ignore it, sitting at the top of that. I keep forgetting what the run button is in this game. Yeah, I keep trying to press Control, which is the sneak button, because that's what Minecraft uses as its run button. Ooh. Fair bit of lag there. I definitely would like to upgrade my graphics card, and I'll be doing that sometime soon, and that probably will help with a bit of this lagginess that we're getting, particularly with moving the camera around. If you move the camera quickly, it seems to quite struggle with all of these mods in place. In the meantime, the falling guy. Paragliding in Skyrim. Oh! No. We've got paragliders. I knew that this mod existed, but I didn't think it would be in this mod pack. So I said a number of times before that I just wanted to sort of paraglide down because I've been playing Breath of the Wild. I'm amazed that that actually exists in Elysium Remastered. So I'll definitely be looking to get that up and running. We are at a crossroads here, and if we head up here, we can attempt to find the cause of the disturbance. Am I headed the right direction? Oh, okay, yep. I think this loops around. There you go, there's something in there. Peak Shade Tower discovered. And...
make it quick.
what is that? Svashni?
You have something to say. Well, save your breath. The way I see it, you don't have much more of them left.
Much more what left? Hold your breath, you know. You're the one who's down to her last breath. Savor it before I kill you. Just wanted to talk. You should be careful what you threaten.
It wasn't a threat, fool, but it can be. You seem tired is all. Out of breath.
Your concern is duly noted.
Is that right? So you're a fool and a liar. Good to know.
I want to know your name.
Son of Cloud Ruler Temple named me the Desert Fang.
Desert
The
Fang.
Thalmor know me as Death's Courier. To you, I am simply Sebastian, the Khajiit who spared your life.
Okay, so you've got different names to different people, which sounds like you're a killer or savior or, yeah. Tell me about your armor and sword. If you're looking for a fight, Skyrim is as good a place as any. Where do you hail from? Where do you hail from?
Cyrodiil, fool. From the steps of Cloud Ruler Temple. From whence I came before that, no one knows. A blade who had left the service found me as he descended the steps. To him it was a sign from the divines. In truth, it was just a cowardly mother, waiting for the opportune time, and a man with forlorn eyes. Having left the order, his eyes were indeed tainted with sorrow, and for that he pitied this kitten when he should have abandoned it. Yet it was his newly discovered faith in the workings of the gods that inspired him to develop the skills for which I'm the caretaker.
Skills for which I'm the caretaker.
The world is full of such tales of fate and coincidence. That's what we burn into our memories. And all the other instances, every day we live without incident, those moments are never ascribed to the laziness of the gods.
Wasn't expecting philosophy. Any rumors?
I confess, I have killed enough Spriggans to start my own sawmill. I could kill you too and sell the bone meal to my farmers.
They say Fralkreath is a dangerous place to
You
hunt.
are a simpleton to assume that I am only drawn by death. Life too flourishes in this hold. The garden of ferns, thistle, and mountain flowers that grows in this hollow column stills my blood and allows me to meditate. At night, the hunter's camp at the mountain top affords me a view of the land. On clear nights, bright necklace of stars.
Tell me about your armor and sword.
Akaviri,
Akaviri.
forged in the dragon land. It is sword and armor of the blades, sworn to the service of the true emperor. But know this, my sword serves no one. You could be Time Septim reborn, and I'll still send you back to the divines with your head in your arms.
I've heard that blades do not recruit those who want to serve.
You think on who they were, and not who they are. The Blades are a group of bandits, rogues and traitors. Most of all, they are fools. Fools who couldn't see past their own weakness. Like parasites who cling to the lion's mane. The weak must ally with the strong, and pray they aren't flicked off by the stroke of its tongue. It makes no difference whether this Titus Mead is of dragon blood or skeever, just that his army stands between them and the executioner's axe.
Titus
The Blades
Mead.
were fools. They would measure their emperors by where they seat their valuable guests, at the table or on a pike.
Hunters like the taste of rabbit. Not enough challenge. Harder to kill. Sweeter on the tongue.
You may not be a blade, but I doubt you're just some scavenger.
True. The one I killed to gain this armor was indeed a blade, a master of the dual sword technique, and my mentor. He was a man of 40 years, and I no older than a dozen. When I first bested him in single combat, yet he was still my better.
Oh,
And our bodies would never be at an age where I could prove otherwise. At 16, my mentor had exhausted his use to me in terms of body. I would have granted him death right then, if not for the secrets his mind guarded.
What secrets?
The way of the Nine. Stances and techniques derived from the teachings of the divines. That was his legacy, and his gift to me, his only pupil. But only when I was ready. A phrase thrown around by masters of all disciplines who wish to teach their pupils the value of patience. What I wasn't ready for, and never would be, was religious nonsense with which he dressed the art of the kill. Now as I enter my prime, I search for the lesson that escaped into the void when we last crossed our blades.
So you killed the one person who could teach you smart without the blessing of the divines. We are but beasts, slaves to emotion. What's so special about this technique? You killed the one person who could teach you.
Fool, your words display the emptiness of your mind. It was my mentor himself who stated the stance of Arche was one passed on through death. Yet it's possible, as Arche governs life and death, that it was a test of one's scruples, and in killing him, the technique is lost to eternity. Yet if I hadn't struck the killing blow, then I myself would be lost to the void. And that's a trade only imbeciles like you would find worthy.
Tell me about the way of the Nine?
You will understand little of what I speak, and much of it is of no practical use, but facile metaphors tossed around by a dying man. But I will enjoy watching your brow twitch in confusion as I pass his words on to you. Take, for instance, Debella, the god of beauty. She stands nude, arms raised, cupping a golden flower, pouring cool water over her supple breasts. But here beauty is artifice. The stance is seduction. The blade raised in the right hand glints like the midday sun, bewitching your eyes while its partner lies in the grass.
I'm interested in how you killed your
It
master.
snowed that night when it should have rained. My mentor looked at the sky and said Kynareth was all out of tears. I said, Kynareth does not cry for fools. We drew our swords and dashed through the trees, our feet rapping against the snow. The night before I had chosen my stance. While most would use the flurry of Akatosh, the technique is too violent. I could kill my mentor and lose sight of the very thing I sought to learn. And in the spiritual sense, the father does not come before the son.
What sense did you?
It was the defense of Zenithar that shielded me from his attack. If I saw both his blades as swords and not shields, I could parry, if not kill. Our blades clashed, but made no sound, muffled by the snowstorm. His swords came at me from all directions, but I kept my eyes on his feet, or more precisely, the tracks he left in the snow. There was a pattern there, if only I had more time.
So you switched stances?
To Akatosh, I went for the flurry and the kill. Yet when I saw his blade rise to the block, I hesitated, only to see that very blade run me through.
Oh.
It was then that he revealed the true essence of the technique. I assumed he moved to protect his life, and his stroke came for my death. But the blade missed my heart by the width of a cat's hair. I made no such mistake with his neck.
And so you killed him.
Just like that, it was over. I dropped to my knees and reached for my potion as his body drowned in a cascade of snow. I tossed the half-empty bottle beside his severed head and said he could have the rest. When he didn't respond, I couldn't help but laugh. All of it, the tracks, the blood, and his legacy, washed away in a tide of white.
The Way of the Nine started. Ask innkeepers for information regarding crypts that may house Savashni's mentor. Okay. If you're looking for a fight, Skyrim's as good a place as any.
What you consider a fight, or even a war, is nothing more than a brawl between drunken louts over spilled drink. A great swordsman's talents are wasted in a war. Stray arrows, trebuchets, accidents. Many great warriors have been felled by the blade of chaos. One can't even trust his own side in the haze of war. Who's to say who's friend or foe, when your eyes squint through guises of dirt and smoke? Like your queries, they range from the utterly pointless to the completely meaningless.
That sounds like making a fight. Only the weak fear chaos, I suggest, that solves the mystery of you. One-on-one combat is the true test of one's mettle. Only the weak fear chaos, I guess that solves the mystery of you.
Your ears fail you, deaf one. I don't fear chaos, nor death. I despise it. Only a fool acquires a taste for fish and proceeds to hunt for bears.
Then why stay in Skyrim?
Another simple query from a devout simpleton. The answer is tall, green-robed, and uglier than an imp.
Spriggans?
The Thalmor's tentacles extend all across Tamriel, but in Skyrim, their presence is weak. While they are busy protecting their vital organs, they will bleed out from their wrists with every Justicar I slay on the road.
I guess you
to
killed
their
Thalmor.
There's a stag that passed through here, white as a summer cloud. The hunters think it would look better in red. Fools all become heroes when their opponent is a helpless beast.
I think we're done talking.
Begone, then.
Thank you, Svashni. Well, we've at least found out what the cause of the disturbance was, and we've picked up a new quest here. I should give them basically look for the crypt that houses their mentor. Paragliding also looks interesting, so I wonder where that one is taught. I don't see. What did the quest say to do? Investigate. Oh, what? I thought I did. This guy here. Search. No. What am I meant to do?
Hunters got to have a creed, a heritage. Glad you broke.
Flying Fred. I don't see what I'm meant to do here. It just says investigate the body, doesn't it? Investigate the body. I do wonder whether this easy loot is causing an issue, but if that were the case, I would expect that searching him would work, as well as which the Elysium Remastered mod pack has generally been very well put together. So I'm just going to pause for a second and figure out what's going on here. Actually, thinking about it, I did get a journal from his body. Frederick's journal. Yep, there we go. Flying Fred's flight platform. Finally finished the paraglider. I didn't have enough time that the instructions called for, but it seems sturdy enough. I'm sure it'll last. Maybe I should have taken the other one I made. Being able to glide through the air like a hawk is such an amazing feeling. I do wonder if this trend will catch on. The merchant who sold me the instructions said they're certainly popular. I'm sure leaving the flight platform up on the Showreel mountains should be okay. There's not much there to rob. If a bandit were to find it, I can pick up some more construction materials around Fralkreath before hiking back up past that big old keep. Okay. So, now we head to the flight platform, which is where? All the way to the south there. Looks like there's a path here. So, probably head up past Peak's Shade Tower. So, I think we're going to change the plan for this episode and go exploring for the paraglider, given that's something that I've wanted to do so much already. Then the question is just how to get up there. I think, yeah. So I think we can run up here. Looks like no. If we can't run up here, where was the path? Okay. So there's definitely a path through there. And then I suspect that path comes up here. So we probably need to go more towards the left here, just to get up. What's the time? 5:39, okay. Because it's starting to get dark, it might be worth just resting before we go too much further. Oh, here, if we continue on this path, where does that go? That heads back to there. I feel like, because that path there, I would have thought it starts here. But I feel like I've definitely run past that bit. So unless it's further up here, maybe if we try running along the edge of the mountain here, we might find a path. Ah, this. Okay, so this is that path we already had. And that's where those bandits are. I'm pretty sure I can see one right there. Got him. Yeah.
Did you hear something?
Where's that rock star? There. Conjuration increased. Can't see anything, it's rather dark. How do we get up? I feel like we get up over here somewhere. Oh, I missed him. Okay, let's try Frostbite. Perfect, he's dead. He's got some septums, don't need arrows. We don't need anything here. And then this guy here. Oh shit. I didn't realise the command had finished. It has been a long time since I saved. So I think that's probably the end of this episode. Between episodes, I think I will go back and restart that paragliding, go talk to Svashni again, and get the Way of the Nine quest up and running. Basically attempt to get back to where we were just up to. And then probably start the next episode again at that fort that I just managed to die at. Thank you for watching. Wingot, Artenius and Lucian Flavius say goodbye. Stay healthy, and we hope to see you in the next one. See you then.